Welcome to SmartGo Academy. Today we're going to practice general science multiple choice questions. Question 31. Photosynthesis takes place in there. Option A, leaves. Option B, stem. Option C, roots. Option D, flowers. The correct answer is option A. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Photosynthesis takes place primarily in the leaves, which contain chlorophyll and are adapted to capture sunlight for food production. Question 32. The green pigment in leaves is called. Option A, phloem. Option B, chlorophyll. Option C, stomata. Option D, xylem. The correct answer is option B. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Chlorophyll is the green pigment found in chloroplasts of plant cells. It absorbs light energy for photosynthesis. Question 33. The tiny openings in leaves for gas exchange are called. Option A, vascular bundles. Option B, mesophyll. Option C, stomata. Option D, root hairs. The correct answer is option C. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Stomata are tiny openings, pores, found mainly on the underside of leaves. They allow gas exchange. Carbon dioxide enters and oxygen leaves during photosynthesis. Question 34. The process by which plants prepare food using sunlight is called. Option A, diffusion. Option B, respiration. Option C, photosynthesis. Option D, transpiration. The correct answer is option C. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants use sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to prepare their own food, glucose, and release oxygen. Question 35. The loss of water from aerial parts of plants is called. Option A, transpiration. Option B, photosynthesis. Option C, respiration. Option D, diffusion. The correct answer is option A. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Transpiration is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of plants, especially through stomata in leaves. Question 36. The word equation for photosynthesis is. Option A, Glucose plus oxygen, right pointing arrow, carbon dioxide plus water. Option B. Carbon dioxide plus water, right pointing arrow, glucose plus oxygen. Option C. Glucose plus water, right pointing arrow, carbon dioxide plus oxygen. Option D. Carbon dioxide plus oxygen, right pointing arrow, glucose plus water. The correct answer is option B. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. The word equation for photosynthesis is carbon dioxide plus water, right pointing arrow, glucose plus oxygen, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Question 37. The rate of transpiration increases with Option A. Decrease in wind. Option B. Increase in temperature. Option C. Decrease in temperature. Option D. Increase in humidity. The correct answer is option B. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. The rate of transpiration increases with an increase in temperature because higher temperatures cause faster evaporation of water from leaf surfaces. Question 38. The factors affecting transpiration include Option A. Seeds and fruits. Option B. Soil type and rainfall. Option C. Fertilizers and pesticides. Option D. Wind, temperature, light and humidity. The correct answer is option D. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. The main factors affecting transpiration are wind, temperature, light intensity, and humidity. These environmental factors influence the rate of water loss from plants. Question 39. The word equation for respiration is Option A. Oxygen plus water, right pointing arrow, glucose plus carbon dioxide. Option B. Glucose plus carbon dioxide, right pointing arrow, oxygen plus water. Option C. Glucose plus oxygen, right pointing arrow, carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Option D. Carbon dioxide plus water, right pointing arrow, glucose plus oxygen. The correct answer is option C. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. The word equation for respiration is glucose plus oxygen, right pointing arrow, carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Respiration releases energy for the plant to carry out life processes. Question 40. Mesophyll cells are specialized for Option A. Transport. Option B. Photosynthesis. Option C. Absorption. Option D. Transpiration. The correct answer is option B. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Mesophyll cells are specialized for photosynthesis. They contain many chloroplasts and are located between the upper and lower epidermis of leaves. Question 41. Plants require magnesium to make. Option A, proteins. Option B, starch. Option C, chlorophyll. Option D, glucose. The correct answer is option C. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Magnesium is an essential mineral that plants need to make chlorophyll. Without magnesium, plants cannot produce chlorophyll and become yellow. Chlorosis. Question 42. Plants require nitrates to make. Option A, chlorophyll. Option B, proteins. Option C, starch. Option D, glucose. The correct answer is option B. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Nitrates are essential for plants to make proteins and nucleic acids, DNA and RNA. Nitrogen from nitrates is a key component of amino acids, which form proteins. Question 43. The process that releases energy in plants is. Option A, respiration. Option B, diffusion. Option C, transpiration. Option D, photosynthesis. The correct answer is option A. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Respiration is the process that releases energy in plants. It breaks down glucose in the presence of oxygen to release energy in the form of ATP. Question 44. Photosynthesis and respiration are. Option A, opposite processes. Option B, same processes. Option C, identical processes. Option D, unrelated processes. The correct answer is option A. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Photosynthesis and respiration are opposite processes. Photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide and water to produce glucose and oxygen, while respiration uses glucose and oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Question 45. The leaf structure is adapted to photosynthesis because it has. Option A, phloem and stomata. Option B, cortex and endodermis. Option C, large surface area and chloroplasts. Option D, root hairs and xylem. The correct answer is option C. Here's the explanation for the correct answer. Leaves are adapted to photosynthesis because they have a large surface area to capture more sunlight and contain many chloroplasts to absorb light energy and carry out photosynthesis. Congratulations! You have completed all 15 general science questions. Great job!